Alright, here we are, my first video on the F15 E Strike Eagle, and we're going to do something a little unconventional. I'm not one of those content creators who got early access to the module, so I got just at the same time as everyone else. If you guys want to help me get early access and help me show you guys some behind the scenes or some pre-content, hit that subscribe, and hopefully maybe someday I'll get big enough and I will be able to do so. But today we're going to do something a little unconventional. I've spent most of my channel, actually almost my whole channel, flying the F-18 Hornet on super carriers. And naturally, as I still learn the air-to-air, air-to-ground component, and just want to learn how to fly the jet, we're starting here, and I'm going to see if the F-15 can land on the aircraft carrier. Technically, well, actually not technically. At one point, this aircraft was considered to be on, the successor of the F-14 Tomcat. End up going to the F-18 Hornet, but this would have been a very good aircraft. I actually think this should have been the aircraft for the Canadian Air Force. So we went with the F-18s, but we don't have carrier ships, so we have compromised jet, where this multi-role would have been probably a lot better for conventional takeoff and landings. But anyway, I also realized that this aircraft here was developed about 4 years after they'd selected the F-18s. Maybe it was just a timing thing. We're getting a little close to the carrier, so let's just kind of get set up here. Make sure we're in navigation mode just down here. The TACAN is 71 X-ray for the carrier. I just want to show you guys how to navigate this menu here. So M here is for menu 1, and we just want our HSI, and we can bring it in a lot closer here. This dot I think will be the carrier, but it's not a TACAN station. So for our TACAN station, we're just a little slow, but that's okay. We're going to hit 7-1 here in the UFC pad, and then just select TACAN, which is currently off. But by hitting that, we will see it now say TACAN 71 X-ray, and we actually see a TACAN station here on the HSI. So that's how you set up the TACAN. Now the comms in this mission are a little messed up, so I'm not exactly sure why. So I'm not going to worry about it today. They'll probably tell us when we go for our carrier landing that it's an issue, but that's okay. Let's make sure we get some flaps down. There's only one notch of flaps in the F-15. And let's turn in. We have that circle on our HUD that does tell us where the ship is, which is nice and useful. I don't know what the stall speeds or anything. Obviously, this isn't meant to be on the carrier. Even if I'm able to, doesn't mean it was carrier suitable. Obviously, it doesn't have a L-bar for launches, and the gear is not made for it. So maybe we do it once here, but we'll never be able to do it again necessarily. Whether we'll damage it or it's just not made for regular carrier landings. So this is really just a fun experiment. As again, I try and learn a bit more about the F-15 and thought I'd just do something a little fun here. Alright, let's drop the hook. Okay, so we can see here on the HSI, it's giving us a master caution, but we do have our hook right here, even though there's a master caution. That's okay. This wasn't ever made for it. The jet wasn't supposed to, but that's okay. Let me go ahead and just drop our gear now. I don't know if I'll need air brake. We'll have to see when we get to that point. Now, for those who do fly the F-18, you'll notice it's very, very similar in layout here. It looks very similar to the F-18 Hornet. That's because it was basically the same manufacturer. McDonnell Douglas and Boeing both made the F-15 and the F-18 Hornet. So very, very similar placement of switches and whatnot. So not a surprise there. Now what I'm already noticing is we don't have an E bracket, so that's going to make it a little more difficult. Now I'm used to having the E bracket, and I'm not that good with the F-18. I still need a lot more practice, but that's okay. I usually manage to get down and I don't know what the stall speed is. I'm assuming it's going to be higher than the Hornet. I don't know. So right now we're just going to use our steer dot on the HUD and kind of just aim for one of the wires. Let's reduce our speed just a little bit. I want to flare on landing. Yeah, Betty's going to go. Oh, a little lag. Not sure what that was about. Oh, did we I don't know, on impact, I think we hit about 1500. Yeah, LSO grade, NC, I think for non-compliance, no comms, but that was okay. We managed to hit down, and let's take a look. Lots of F-18s, probably a lot of confused seamen on the deck here, but oh, our nose wheel did collapse a little bit. Yeah. That wasn't horrible. I mean, we could probably do it a bit better. So I think I figured out what's going on with the radio. Let's see if I can do it. So 127.5. We don't have to do the decimal in the AM frequencies. And then if I just do this, there we go. Now it's selected on our auxiliary, basically radio 2, and we can quickly switch between these two if we needed to, but now we've selected our radio, and if we go ahead and speak to now the aircraft carrier, and that's for inbound. Yeah, so we get that. So obviously we're an F15 Eagle. They know we cannot land if we really came to it. We're running out of fuel. And explain to them, look, I have an arresting cable, and it's either we lose the entire ship or maybe just risk collapsing the gear. Maybe they would grant us permission, but anyway, that's just for a different scenario, but that's what happens so far in the sim. When we select TACAN and the HSI navigation mode here, now we get relevant information in the HUD, about 8 miles away from our TACAN station. Based on our current speed, just under 2 minutes. Alright, so 1 mile out. We're awfully slow, but our glide slope's okay. I wouldn't say it's the worst it's ever been. But our alpha's so much higher. 3/4 mile, call the ball. Can't even see the front of the deck there.
Low altitude.
We're under 500. We're close to 500 feet per minute. That's good. Oh, it's going. Oh, hold on. Hit a wire. Oh, I think we hit it just under 1,000. I don't know if. I don't know what the damage is going to look like. Let's take a look. Oh, no way! That landing gear is actually perfectly still fine. Well guys, I hope you guys liked the video. This is just, again, as we try and learn as much as we can about the F-15. We go back to what we know, right? And I know the F-18, so here we are in familiar territory. But all jokes aside, I will be learning some air-to-air, air-to-ground. And I will be showing you guys, if you guys want to learn the F-15 along with me, I'm always trying to find fun missions that you guys can fly as well, and different ways you can practice your skills and learn. So follow along, subscribe if you haven't already, and join me on this journey as we learn a brand new jet, the highly anticipated F-15 Strike Eagle. Thanks a lot guys, Yankee out.